Let's do it. Mukbang channel.
Mukbang channel.
The only one that eats. Every time.
Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Idiots. My name is Rory.
My name's Tyler.
I'm Sarah.
Today we're back with Frieren. We're watching episodes 3 and 4 together, just in a chunk. What happened last time, guys?
Frieren and Fern went on a quest because Frieren collects spells.
Yep.
And she wanted to find a statue of
She wanted to find flowers.
to put at a statue of the guy who died.
Himmel the hero.
Himmel the hero. And so
He's
they had to learn
That's all you remember.
a spell to make the flowers because they'd all gone.
Yeah, so she had the spell, but she needed to actually find the real flowers in order to then recreate them at the statue.
Yes.
So they did that.
And Fern was getting upset because she was bored.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't really blame her for
that.
that.
No, Fern being, I think, as far as we're aware, just like a human, and Frieren being an elf. Very different passages of time. Frieren just side quest all day long. Doesn't really matter. Fern's like,
She's got time to spare, but Fern not so much.
No, let's do something a little more interesting than collecting flowers.
Fern's also a teenager too, so it's extra.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
God, can you
She's a
imagine
good girl.
if you were a teenager and you had to go look up flowers for 2 years?
At least they were pretty.
True.
It's magical. She likes magic.
Yeah, that's true. She does like magic.
Anything else? What about the other, the older party that we met?
Oh, you mean just out of aside from Himmel?
Yeah. What you guys? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll get into it, but
I do like the priest. Well, I liked the priest.
The corrupt priest.
The corrupt priest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the only surviving character is the dwarf not named Gimli.
Yeah, the only one, Eisen.
Eisen.
He's the only one that we have not seen a death for.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm sure he'll come back into play at some point. What do you
Okay.
think, Zula?
Well, bye, Zula. Well, if that's it, I think let's just get into these next 2 episodes.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It does have great scenery.
Yeah, it's pretty.
The sass.
My shopping trip.
Just boring.
She looks amused.
She's got some of the best facial expressions in the show, I'm telling you.
Shouldn't Frieren be rich? After being around for however old she is, 1,000 years?
Yeah, but she's been spending money for 1,000 years on frivolous things.
I guess.
She sees the banks rise and fall, Ty.
She see it, she want it, she got it, she buy it.
Don't they have a stock market?
She's invested in Boo.
Exactly. Hey, kitty. You're back.
Aww.
Just a little cutie. It's like in a video game when you gotta pet the cat.
Best part.
Important part of the quest.
See, that's my kind of shop.
Maybe she's buying it for her.
True.
Jumping to conclusions.
It's like this is some bullshit.
It's like me looking for Christmas presents.
It was a code.
ここか。ここら辺に美味しいスイーツの店ってある？いやいや、明らかにスイーツについて
said basement of a building. It's never. Did she say gulp?
Yeah.
Or did she gulp? Sounded like she said
It
gulp.
was a combo.
聞ける場所なのか荒くれのくせに詳しいんだ
See, they're just good guys.
Where did they send her?
スイーツの店に行くのかな
It's not suspicious at all.
これって
There's like a
doing the
barrel
Metal Gear
literally
Solid.
right
If
in
anyone
front.
has seen Parks and Rec, don't be suspicious.
全然終わってないたまには甘いものでも食べに行こうか
Nonchalant.
Go back to the basement.
Aw, this is beautiful.
いい眺めだねおすすめなだけはある疑ってすみませんでした飲む方さへそくりがあるからね
Yeah, there you go, Ty.
へそくり
There we
なんて
go.
あったんだ
I told her she was getting the desserts for her.
そうだね今日の気分はメルクアプリンですよね
今日の気分はメルクがプリンだろう。なんとなくわかるさ。
私はみんなのこと何もわからない
なら知ってもらえるように頑張るとするかな。ちなみに僕の好物はルフオムレツ。俺はブドウだ。
Remember that spell?
知ってる
Which spell?
She got a spell to make grapes sour.
Oh.
And you asked,
Nice.
like, when you want one that makes it sweet.
Well, there we go. Throwback.
ごめん
Lots of little things like that in the show.
なぜ謝るのですか
Oh, that was
Yummy.
good.
ペルのこと何もわからない
It's both look good.
True.
どんなものが好きなのかわからなくて
Aww.
そういえば今日は私の誕生日でしたね
Come to think.
I forgot it was my birthday this year.
Is it a bracelet?
I think it's a hairpin, maybe?
綺麗な髪飾り
There we go.
ありがとうございます
Look at me knowing my jewelry.
とても嬉しい
Yeah, look at you.
本当に
From all the hair bands I had to wear when my hair was longer.
どうしようもないことで
Any tips?
このまま
Got some hair clips if you need them.
あなたが私を知ろうとしてくれたことがた
Aww.
まらなく嬉しいのです知ろうとしただけなのにフリーレン様は本当に人の感情が分かっていませんね
Harsh.
But true.
So I'm trying to do the math of how long they've been together. Like since the death of the priest.
I'm not sure.
It looks so pretty.
At least months.
ところでフリーレン様このリストに何か目的があ
But
る
you guys are wondering about that.
特にない魔法収集の趣味
Literally just side quests.
でもできる限りはヒンメルたちとの冒険の痕跡をたどっていきたいかな
Aww.
風化する前に
Demon Lord round 2.
フリーレン様にとって大切
Back
なも
we
の
go.
がございますねわからないだからしようと思っているしかしついに背も抜かされちゃったかもう16ですからねお姉さんですお姉さん食べてる
Jesus.
のはほとんど同じはずなんだけどな
Oh dang. Dead.
Need a new apprentice.
だいぶ慣れてきたね
Yike.
What if you did just kill her? What do you think you should do?
Everyone who knows her is dead. No one will find out.
防御魔法は強力だけど魔力の消費がとても大きい広範囲の展開を続けたら数十秒で魔力切れになるよ着弾の瞬間に部分的に展開させるのが正解というわけですねそうだね
Got no balance.
Is he gonna fall?
防御魔法の天使
Ran
Just
across
ran
that.
across
Try
it.
that
Wow,
again.
alright.
直結するからね。防御魔法一つでほとんどの攻撃魔法が防げますからね。強力すぎて不思議です。フェルン、渡した魔法師の本読んでないでしょ。魔法は実践だけが大事なわけじゃないんだよ。ここが目的の村ですね。また変な魔法の収集ですか？いや、今回
Are we doing something dumb again?
エルフだ。爆発。もしやフリーレンス
Recognized.
腐敗の堅牢クバール。悪逆の限りを尽くした魔族です。
80.
それを勇者
Oh, he's kinda cute.
が封印してくる。
He's just a little guy.
Damn.
その封印が近いうちに解けるから討伐しに来たんだけど、本当になんで知っているの？
ヒンメル様が毎年のように村に訪れておりました。封印の様子を確認するためだそうで、フリーレン様のこともお話ししておりました。様子も見に来ないはずだと。でも、村を見捨てるほど薄情ではない。封印が解ける頃にはやってくる。
Comes a day later.
そうおっしゃっておりました。
そう、
They did know her very well.
True. It's huge.
He's just a little guy.
Just a fuzzy little guy.
Fuzzy big guy, maybe.
明日にでも封印を解いて、
Yeah, not just like
助けよう。
redo the seal without unsealing him or add an additional seal. Guess not.
フリーレン様はクバールを封印したのですよね。そうしたのには何か理由があるのですか？単純にクバールが強かったからだよ。クバールは魔王軍の中で屈指の魔法使いだ。ゾルトラーク。奴の開発した史上初の
If they couldn't defeat him, then how do they defeat the demon king?
人類のそんなの強すぎるじゃないですか。
She makes a good
That's some
point.
bullshit.
強すぎたんだ。だからこそその強さがあだになった。どういうことですか？本当に魔法を読んでいないんだね。今から読みます。いや、いいよ。しっかり睡眠をとる方が大事だ。
Hopefully she's gotten stronger.
久しいよ、フリーレン。たった80年か。
His voice isn't that cute
私たちにとって
though.
はね、
I think it's supposed to be scary.
魔王様は
殺した。
If scary, you are so fluffy.
ほう、驚いた。ゾルトラークを防ぐとは、
Good observation.
随分高度な防御術式じゃのう。
フリーレン様、これはどういうことですか？今のは一般攻撃魔法です。クバール、お前の魔法は強すぎたんだ。お前が封印されてから大陸中の魔法使いがゾルトラークをこぞって研究解析し
I
た。
was gonna say, wasn't that supposed to pierce defensive spells?
ゾルトラークは人類の魔法体系に組み込まれ、新しい防御術式による装備による魔法耐性も格段に向上し、
Technology, baby.
人を殺す魔法ではなくなった。今では一般攻撃魔法と呼ば
Now
れ
you're just a basic bitch.
おとなしくしていれば楽に殺してやる。
なるほどの。攻撃魔法に同調し、威力を分散させる仕組みか。魔力の消費もさぞつらかる。
Isn't she supposed to be like an apprentice still? Damn. I guess she did say in the beginning, Frieren said in the beginning that she was like exceptionally naturally talented, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, interesting. Could she not fly before?
Oh,
Oh.
that's fun. Those are kind of weird last words.
これで私たちも平穏に暮らせます。
その帽子、
これですか？
It's So Himmels?
この地方はこの季節でも日差しが強いので
どっかで見覚えあるんだよね。
He was alive.
私のスカートの形が知らない。
Got her.
僕だって見たかったのにオロチはまずいぞ私の見せてあげますから
うわぁ、まだ生きててる。
おかげでもっと長生きできそうです
Yike.
姫様の言葉を信じて待った甲斐がありました
I wonder if they have like speed magic.
Evidently not.
But she can fly.
直接の感謝じゃないよ。
I wonder if they'll teach Fern to fly.
この村の人たちはヒンメルを信じていたんだ。ヒンメル様はフリーレン様を信じていたのだと思いますよ。
I liked it. I liked that they developed the relationship between her and Fern a little more.
Yeah, totally.
I also am always enthusiastic when they like develop the magic system. And the
Yeah,
world a
world
little bit.
building.
Yeah,
That sweet world
exactly.
building, baby.
So the fact that they actually like introduced a villain and it was also explained sort of where this is going in terms of what Friren's trying to do in terms of like retracing her steps.
Yeah, we got our first hint at like maybe the larger story there.
Yeah.
Because you guys were wondering about that the first 2 episodes, like what's next, what's the plot.
Yeah.
And now we have our first kind of hint.
Yeah. So I was a fan. This has definitely been my favorite episode so far.
Yeah. Sarah?
Yeah, I like that there was like a direction this time. Like, I also think we're seeing her evolve and kind of get more of a sense of who she is and who she wants to be. And I feel
Who,
like
Frieren?
before,
Yeah.
I feel like
And
before
Fern.
Frieren was a little bit more quiet. Yeah, we're getting to see Fern more as well, but I feel like Frieren was so aloof the first few episodes that like it's nice to hear her talk and see her like make friendship.
Yeah, we get to see their relationship develop
Yeah.
a bit more.
And you get to see that like she really cared about her companions.
Yeah. I really like the flashback scenes. You kind of see the story that she went on that we were introduced at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
There's often connections between those scenes and the scenes that are in that episode too.
Right.
Makes it a really fun watch on repeat viewings as well because
I
you
also
get to
thought
pick
the
up on
clip
things.
moment was really cute.
Which moment?
The clip moment.
Oh, the haircut.
Oh yeah, very cute.
Indeed.
And then just one thing I'll say, I really like. I just really like when shows explain the system. Like I'm a big
I'm with you.
hard magic system rather than
Yeah,
soft magic
I
system
agree.
person. So I just like it when they show their system and it makes sense.
Yeah.
And what I appreciate for this show specifically is that it really hammers down the power of time. So you have
Right.
in this episode they show Qual, who no one could stop. He was super powerful. Even the 4 party couldn't beat him.
Right.
Even Frieren who beat him in this
Right.
episode. They had to seal him away. And then just 80 years later he doesn't get to progress in time.
Right.
The whole rest of the universe does.
Yeah.
And they just beat him easy peasy.
Yeah.
No diff.
One shot.
She was like, just get some sleep. You don't even need to read the book. I'll tell you in the moment. She's like, I'm confused. This is too easy. This is basic ass offensive magic. So I just like that stuff where it makes a lot of sense once it's shown.
Yeah.
And I think this show does a good job with that.
Yeah. I agree. No, I feel the same way about magic systems. So I'm glad they started explaining them.
Okay.
Mechanisms.
Well, shall we get into episode 4?
Let me run to the restroom.
Okay.
And put these. Alright, so this is a year later.
昔は村総出で整備していましたが以前は透き通るような綺麗な海でした
I bet that would be a great snorkeling destination.
Oh, probably.
True.
報酬はこれでいかがでしょうか
It's a new spellbook?
大魔法使いフランネの著書か。清掃の仕事引き受けるよ。
Does in like 10 seconds.
その魔導書偽物ですよね。言われた通り勉強しているね。偉いよね。これも出来の悪い偽物だ。そうだね。これは自分のため長い滞在になりそうですね。
It's like, what's the rough timeline?
Gonna say a while.
I don't know what season it was.
Wasn't snowing.
いつもありがとうね。
Clearly hilarious.
See?
裏には慣れたかい？はい。まだ寝てる。こんなに散らかして。昨日片付け
Okay,
たばっかり
she
なのに。
sleeps like a psychopath.
That is true.
フリーレン様、朝でございます。起きてください。
Hit her with the book.
Aww.
She's useless.
海岸の清掃に来
Just
ます。
an NPC.
Just sleepy.
Need some coffee. I'm just saying.
Tyler threw out my coffee the other day.
Oh my god.
That was really mean.
ふと思ったのですが、ねえ
What is she doing?
すごくだらしがない人なのでしょうか。これ私、完全にお母さんですよね。
Maybe it's a lesson.
でも、それだと昼まで寝ていますよね。勇者様ご一行との旅はどうしていたんですか？世話をしてくれる人なんていないですよね。器は違うよね。あとはハイターはたまに舌打ちしたくらいかな。
おい、
気持ちは分かるけどさ。それ、普通にブチ切れてますよ。
Doesn't look like they've made any progress in 3 months.
It's a lot of wood.
Yes. See, there's no way they're making daily progress like that.
順調ですかな。
あと
A lot of ships.
新年祭までに間に合いそうですか？
なんとかね。
日の出を見ていただけると嬉しいです、フリーレン様。
Radio silence.
この村では新年祭の日に
Does it tomorrow?
習慣があるんだ。フリーレン様が見なかったら起きれると思う。それもそうですね。
Is she getting shorter?
I think it's
Oh,
my
yes.
friends getting taller.
Yeah,
Good scuba diving.
true. Ah. Look at that.
Much better.
What's that bubble? Water.
なんとか前日までに間に合ったね。
Beautiful.
助かりました、フリーレン様。もちろん、新年祭にも参加されますな。新年祭に来なかったんだ、フリーレン。アイダーなんでショックのあまり。
Still crying.
なんだからそれでいいじゃん。
僕たちはね、君にも楽しんでほしかったんだよ。
楽しめるとは思えないけど。
いいや、
It's like me trying to get you guys to watch the shows I like.
Hey, I watched 95% of them.
I want you to enjoy it too.
寝てる。
Who are you talking to?
フリーレン様、起きてください。新年祭が遅れます。ありがとう。
Aww. They're so cute.
Just
Yeah,
you
like
every morning.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, if he throws out your coffee.
Yeah.
It's at 4 in the afternoon.
You shouldn't do that at 4 in the afternoon.
早起きしてまで見るものじゃないな。ヒンメルは私のこと分かってないな。
She's so happy about that.
帰ってみるね。フリーレン様、とても綺麗ですね。そうかな。でもフリーレン様、少し楽しそうです。それはヘレンが笑っていたから。
Light bulb moment.
私一人じゃこの日の出は見れなかったな。当たり前です。フリーレン様は一人じゃ起きられませんからね。
ご家族ですか？
昔の話だ。俺の村が魔族に襲われて、人は死んだら無に帰る。天国に行くんですよ。
It's gonna be a long discussion.
まあ私も天国には懐疑的だけど、今の人類の魔法技術じゃ死後の魂の観測ができないから実在を証明できないんだよね。
どっちでもいいと思う。
I wonder if that's the spell she's creating.
そうですね。私も実在するかどうかはどっちでもいいです。
そ
僧侶がそれ言ってるのに生臭坊主でもたとえ実在しなかったとしてもあるべきものだと思います。その方が都合がいいからです。必死に生きてきた人の行き着く先が
Do we know what the priest contributed on this journey?
だったら天国で贅沢三昧していると思った
Aside from spiritual advice.
Give it time. I do really like this discussion about religion. I like the way they do it.
Oh. Look at that. He's back. Look who's back.
アイゼン
Back. Back.
30年後は思えん態度だな。
アイゼン何か手伝ってほしいこととかってある？
Ignored.
フリーレン、ハイターにも同じようなことを聞いたらしいな。お迎えにはまだ早いぞ。
なんで知っているの？
文通をしていたのだ。
Oh, so
似
cute.
合わず律儀だね。
お前がそっけなさすぎるんだ。
で、
Called out.
あるの？手伝ってほしいこと。
来たことあるのか。
昔ね、
Oh, but not with
知
them.
って言ったぞ。どれだけ前なんだ。
原始時代でしょうか。さすがにそこまで長いことじゃないよ。
Narrowing the timeline.
フランメの式だ。ハイターが生徒に残されたフランメの記録をまとめ上げて割り出した場所だ。ボルボン地のどこかにある。
It's the whole ass forest.
お前なら知っているはずだ。
わかった。まずは大きな木を探そうか。
Okay.
Good luck.
途方もないな。たくさんあるぞ。まあ、時間なんていくらでもあるんだが。
Friend's like, no.
でもフェルンが嫌がるから早めに終わらせようか。
変わったな。お前は人の時間を気にするようなやつじゃなかった。
だってフェルン、お前怖いんだ。
Oh, so
Sorry,
he can
what's that?
fly it too now. He had a branch in his mouth at dinner. Alright, so Fern can also fly. Development.
Is there a nice little hairpin?
フリーレン様、西の方に遺跡を飲み込んだ大樹がありました。なんでフランメの手記なんか探すことにしたの？
かわいそうだと思って
Oof.
はヒンメルを知っておけばと口にした。直接伝えてやるべきものだ。この式には死者と対話したという記録が残っているとされる。
結局私は先生
Oh, her master, okay.
In 1,000 years.
Yeah.
頼りない留守番だね。
そうでもねさ。1000年だろうがこの場所を守り続ける。
その頃には先生死んでるでしょ。
お前は違う。お前はいつか大きな過ちを犯し、
Aw.
Red.
Like a book.
その時はここに帰ってこいって言ってんだ。
Yeah. Well, damn.
フリーレンはフランメの一番でした。
Shit, other students.
大魔法使いフランメって魔法史に出てくる大昔の英雄ですよね。本当に原始時代から生きているんじゃ。
死者との対話についての記述はあるか。
大陸の遥か北の
世界の人々が天国と呼ぶ場所。
Reminds me of like ancient Greece.
この世紀の発見は、魂の
研究を飛躍的に進歩させるだろう。
天国は
Starting her own religion.
その方が都合がいいだろう。
大陸北部、円の場所だ。
Located now.
なんでそんなところに？
Getting some direction here.
オレオールを探してヒンメルと話すんだ。俺を手伝ってくれるんだろう。
悪知恵をつけたね、アイゼン。
ハイターのおかげだね。
わかったよ。どうせ当てのない旅だ。でも魔王城のあたりってめちゃくちゃ寒いんだよね。行きたくないな。
Ooh.
Buy some warmer clothes. Use magic. I still don't get why they don't fly ever. I mean, I guess with him it makes sense, but
のんきなものだしたんだからな
doesn't answer the question at all.
She answered it poetically.
そいつはいい師匠か
どうでしょうか。
She's like, how asleep is she?
わかりません。もしかしたら私にはあまり興味がない。
She is.
フリーレン様が私を弟子にしたのはアイダー様との約束に過ぎませんから。とても不思議な人なんです。旅を始めてからは誕生日にプレゼントをくれるようになったんです。旅を続けるよ。
一人か
気楽でいいでしょ
旅は話し相手がいた方がいい
う。時間の無駄だからね。いろいろ教えてもすぐ死んじゃうでしょう。
Depressing.
人との関係はそういうものじゃない
It's kind of like the Viltrumet situation.
Yeah.
みんなとの冒険だって私の人生の
Oof.
100分の1にも満たない。
はいはいいやいや話はなしいい師匠だ
そうですね。
大旅路になる
Do they just walk everywhere?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
そうか。
she's like 10 years.
たちが魔王城を目指した道のりと同じなんですね。
Just flying. I get there a little faster, I would think.
たった10年。
Frodo didn't run.
Frodo can fly.
Yeah, but he didn't run, even though that would have gone him very faster.
Yeah, but if you fly, it's much faster.
Maybe it's much more tiring.
Maybe.
I like the thoughts, Ty. Keep them coming.
This is fine. Even if they have to take breaks. The eagles flew.
Yes, the eagles did fly. You're right.
Just saying.
Why didn't Frieren just take the eagles to heaven? Plot hole. If you guys remember when I told you when we started the show, the first 4 episodes were kind
Were,
of
like,
released together. So this
yeah.
is like the natural stopping point for like the pilot.
Right.
So I think now you can kind of see what I mean when it's like now you get kind of where the plot's going,
Yeah,
the
there's a sense of
characters, the
direction.
situation. It's I think it. Well, let me know your thoughts. Like, does it make more sense to you guys?
Yeah, no, the last 2 episodes, they've definitely provided more sense of direction. They've clearly sort of outlined what Frieren's goals are, and then along the way seem to be like mixing in like actual like specific goals rather than just like the broadness of I'm gonna retrace my steps of what we did. Which I guess I am still curious, like, and I don't think it really it's just not that's an important question, but like what her motivations are behind it in the sense of like it wasn't that long ago from her standpoint. So I'm surprised out of like the 1,000 years, like this is the journey she wants to like repeat. Aside from like I guess getting to know Mr. Himmel better.
Yeah, I mean it's like Eisen said, like they think she regrets not getting to know Himmel so well, that they want her to meet Heaven. And I think it's more of a coincidence that Heaven happens to be where the Demon King's castle is.
Yeah.
Who knows if that's a coincidence? Maybe there's a reason for that, but either way, that's the direction they're going.
Yeah.
And so it's more like
I'm curious to see like
it's gonna probably be like that 10 years.
how
journey.
close it is. Like how
Yeah.
how did we miss this last time we were here? Or if it's more like okay, it's just like it's a stopping point, but you still got a ways to go.
just over the hill.
Yeah, exactly. Like damn it.
Damn, Heaven was right there.
But no, I like it. I am excited to see where it goes, and you can see I think that like Fern is also like she clearly cares a lot about Frieren, but at the same time, it's like when you saw her face and they're like 10 years, she's like, oh.
Yeah, still very human in that regard.
Yeah. So I am curious if they get to a point where she's like, nah, like I gotta do something else.
Yeah.
Well, I am curious. Like we don't really know what she wants to do either. Like, it hasn't been expressed. Like right now, she's just sort of been like going along with Frieren's ways.
Oh, what Fern wants to do?
Yeah, but Fern hasn't explained like what she would like to do with her life.
Yeah. Well, she's still so young. Maybe she doesn't even know yet. But.
Yeah, true.
Sarah, what are your first thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like I'm curious to know if this is like highlighting a tension that's gonna get more like focused on with Frieren and Fern, because it does seem like she's like, oh, I don't really know if she cares about me, or like she seems not interested in me. Like I don't know. I thought that they were all just like, in the last episode, it seemed like everything was so perfect for them, and then this episode, I'm like, oh, there seems like there's a little bit of like tension there, but only on one end, and she's not really expressing it. So I'm wondering if it's gonna kind of
fester.
bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think also, like Fern and Frieren's relationship, like Fern's still so young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
She probably
Still a
doesn't really
teenager.
know what she wants to do. But also, we heard her thoughts in this episode, where she was saying like, you know, if a family, if your father figure's friend came and they like, all of a sudden you have to live with that person, it's because your father figure like asked them.
Yeah.
You would probably feel in the back of your mind a little bit of
Like
is
you're a
it, like, do they
burden.
want to be doing this, or
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wasn't forced upon them and they're doing it out of obligation.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that she's wrong to feel that way at all.
Yeah. But I thought it was really refreshing getting to like kind of hear their actual thoughts, and it's, you know, it's not just so straightforward as, okay, now you're living with me. It's like there is that doubt, even if it is at the end a pleasant,
Right.
you know, happy, kind of warm, cozy dialogue in totality.
Mm-hmm.
Just having those little moments where you think, oh yeah, I can see why you would think that way, and it helps you understand the character and apply it to
Yeah.
people in real life too.
It made me think about like when they went to lunch together, or like to eat sweets together,
Yeah.
and like when she was like, oh, like thank you for trying or something, and she
Yeah.
was like, why does trying matter? And she's like, you don't understand people. And I feel like it's kind of like resurfacing where she's like, I just want to feel like she's like trying to get to know me and cares.
I
So
think
I wonder if she'll get that.
Yeah, and I think she's starting to. Like,
Yeah.
once she saw that the sweets wasn't like Frieren just sneaking off to get her own sweets, it was like
Yeah.
a whole thing for her birthday.
Yeah.
But they learn about each other over time, and I think the show does a really good job of showing that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and before we wrap this up, just want to get your thoughts on the hero party, the little bits we've seen from them since last time we really talked about it. Any new thoughts there? Any characters you like more than you did? Any characters you like less than you did? Any questions about them? I know you were wondering what the priest had to do with, like, why is he in that party?
Yeah, it's still unclear there, and I'm sure that will get addressed at some point. I doubt he was just along for like spiritual reasons. I'm sure he actually provided some
Any
sort of,
guesses?
like, I don't know, maybe he could have been. Well, let's see. So
He's
Himmel
there
was
for a good time.
yeah, Himmel was a warrior.
I wouldn't discount that immediately. I mean, we
Yeah.
saw the tension there, and then he came in with the drinking joke and kind of
There we
eased
go.
things.
Yeah, that's true. But Himmel's a warrior. Eisen seems to be a warrior that can run on water.
Himmel's a hero, Ty. It's
Sorry,
very different from a
sorry,
warrior.
Of course. Well, he only
This
became
guy.
a hero when it ended. He wasn't a hero to start.
You don't know.
And then,
Even you can be a hero.
see, I don't know. Maybe he was like a healer or something. Like, I'm sure. Yeah. Maybe he was just there for the vibes. Could be.
Vibes. Gotta pass the vibe check if you're gonna defeat Demon King.
Yeah. True. But I do like that Eisen got a little more screen time and like talking. He seems like a very very sort of like wise. Like,
And he didn't die.
he didn't die.
Everyone else
yeah,
died
exactly.
when we got to this. You know?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I'm curious, like, when, since he's not going on the journey, like, they also just like Frieren just started like walking away.
Yeah.
So, like, didn't say
She-
goodbye or
she
anything.
doesn't.
So I am curious if he like comes back into play. Again, he had clearly aged in the past 30 years,
Yeah.
but slower, and he's like, I'm not really like close
He
to my
only
deathbed.
aged noticeably in his hands.
No, there were some wrinkles in his mask.
In his mask.
Like, in the gaps between his helmet.
Yeah. He
He
definitely aged, but not nearly to the extent as the humans.
Yeah.
But also, Frieren didn't age at all, so you have that kind of difference between them.
So I don't know if 10 years, say this journey does take another 10 years, if that's substantial on his timeline, or if there's still like a ways to go. So I
I
imagine
mean, he
he'll-
said, like, I'm not on my deathbed. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't think he's gonna die anytime soon. There's nothing else.
So I'm sure he'll come back into play somehow.
I do find it confusing though as to like why she has so much interest in getting to know more about Himmel and not the
Yeah.
others.
Yeah, well,
That's
I think
fair.
part of it is she didn't realize she wanted to get to know people well until Himmel's funeral.
Yeah.
So that's when it hit her, and she's like, "Oh, I should get." So she didn't get the opportunity to do it with Himmel. And then when she was living with Fern and Hyder, maybe she got to do that a bit with them because he was still alive.
No, and I think that's where the question is coming from. Is like because she like learned that, but you would think that she would want to spend like more time with Eisen.
Oh,
and
so
get to know
since
him
Eisen's still
better.
alive,
He's
spend
still
more time.
alive.
Yeah. Well, she did invite him to like go with them, and he's like, I'm too old for this.
Yeah, no, I just, it seems like a mission that isn't particularly time sensitive, and for all the years she spends like looking for flower spells and things, you would think she could spend a little more time with Eisen if it was important to her.
Yeah,
But
but I
seems
think
like maybe it's not.
I totally hear you. I think the one thing I'd say is it's Eisen's wish for her to do this. Like, this is the thing he asked her to do as the favor.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, okay, I want to get to know this person better. What can I do? This person wants me to do this because they think it's good for me, and I want to know. Part of getting to know them better is knowing why they care about you, why they want you to do certain things for you or for them or whatever. So there are ways to view it, I think, as getting to know him better, even if it's not directly with him in person.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if they're retracing their steps. Maybe it'll flag some memories, like we saw with the food thing. Maybe she'll get to know him better through that way.
True.
Or maybe it's something else. Or maybe she just doesn't care about him. Maybe it was the fourth member of the party. She's like, I don't really fuck with you, but you're a friend of a friend, so. We shall see. I think that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. We can't wait for more Frieren.
Woo!